This was what the Chilean fishing port of Constitucion looked like days after it was struck by a massive earthquake that devastated a vast region south of the capital, Santiago. The most destructive quake in Chile's history was followed by a tsunami that swept residents and their homes out to sea. More than 2 months have passed since the disaster, and not that much has changed in the town of 50,000. Many residents of La Poza, one of Constitucion's hardest-hit neighborhoods, are blaming the government for the slow relief effort. 320 families lived in La Poza. 85% of them were left homeless by the disaster.
There has been private aid, but all we have received from the government is 3 bags of food in 2 months.
Aid has been coming in, but very slowly. People are getting desperate.
Agustin owned 5 fishing boats and employed 35 people before the quake. Now he has 1 boat left and wonders if he will ever be able to rebuild his business. He and his family have been living in tents, but late last month the government erected 3 one-room wooden shelters on their compound. The government has been building these so-called emergency dwellings for residents of La Poza, but progress has been slow. 40% of the homeless are still living in tents. Debris is still being cleared away, and the army is still trying to restore the water supply and sanitation. The region's top official insists most of the immediate problems caused by the quake and tsunami have been resolved.
We are confident that we have done everything we could. We've organized everything to the best of our ability.
But the head of La Poza's community organization says much remains to be done 2 months after the disaster.
We've only received 2 bags of food, 2 mattresses, and a blanket per family, and we've distributed them to our people. That is all the government relief we've received. Everything else was given to us by volunteers.
So, an uneven response at best by the government, which has to deal with hundreds of communities like La Poza. But there has been an outpouring of solidarity among Chileans as they help each other slowly pick up the pieces after their worst natural disaster ever. Roger Wilkinson, Al Jazeera.